Hey everybody, I'm coming at you with an unscripted, unprompted, unexpected video right now. Yeah, this isn't even plugged in. I don't know why I'm lying to you guys. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. So moody. Whoa. I'm just gonna keep holding this because I like how it looks. Anyway, hey, I wanted to make a theory, about a theory I like. Yeah, so I have been wondering about Midnight Motorist recently, and with the 5 Laps at Freddy's game, seemingly people have been saying that there's certain things in this game that confirm Afton Midnight Motorist, which I don't agree with in the slightest. I don't think that's confirmed. I don't think it's confirmed, basically. I don't think we play as Afton. I think we play as somebody completely different, and I don't see how it is possible to even be Afton that we play as. I'll bring up many reasons why I do not think it could be Afton in the slightest, even at any point in the series of the franchise, of any of it. So going into this with the idea that Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Simulator, said by Scott, has been a way of clearing up past things in this franchise. It has been clearing up different unsolved things, giving answers to all these things. There has been one thing in this series that has been left unanswered and kind of untouched since the very first game, and that is the FNaF 1 newspapers, where seemingly whoever is convicted of these crimes, of the missing children's incident, goes to jail. They face time. They go behind bars. Like there's no saving these guys. And I don't think that could be Afton, because like, when would this guy have time to face jail time? Because I don't. Let's go down the path of if this is Afton, the one I don't agree with, the one I'm not thinking, and then I'll tell you my theory after, because that's how we're gonna do this. If we're playing as Afton, then we are driving at midnight, you know? We are driving in our purple car down a highway, speeding at midnight. So you separate into the path, and you start driving and driving. It's raining. There's a spot that you can go through that is a secret little dirt pound, which honestly, this doesn't have a part in my theory, but I do want to mention it because it is something that I still don't know what it could be. If this was Afton or not Afton. Because it could be a grave for this could be a grave for a child, or this could be an entrance to the bunker, the FNAF 4 dream whatever experiments, I don't know. Or it could even be a gravesite for Susie's dog or something. Something like, or it could just not relate to Afton. Like, what if it's something completely different? What if it's like, I don't know, some kid dug up some dirt? All jokes aside, it's gotta be something. It has to relate to something. If this was a child in this dirt pound, then if we were playing as Afton, I feel like we would have said something about it, like, oh, the little runt deserved it, or I don't know. But I feel like us not saying anything shows that we don't know about it as the player, as the whoever we are in this minigame. Continuing on, you can find a place called Junior's. This is heavily implied to be a bar. Why? Because there's a security man outside, and because it's open at midnight. That being said, the person we play as is not allowed in this bar for some reason. Guessing they stirred up trouble in the past, are heavily drunk, probably. And this bar doesn't want them. So after going to this bar and being turned away, they go home. They drive home, they get out of the car, we're Orange, Mustard Man, that's who we are. Midnight Motorist, Mustard Man, you know how it is. Once we're inside the house, there is a person sitting in a chair. And going up to them, this person says, while watching TV, I actually don't know what they say, so I'm gonna look this part up. They say, leave him alone tonight. He had a rough day. So with that being said, if we are playing as Afton, then this is most likely Mike, right? Why would Mike care? When would Mike care? Because, this can't be the same Mike that, bullied his brother to the point where he was traumatized in tears on his birthday and then also killed him on his birthday. Yeah, I don't think that's the same guy. So then we go up to the room of said person who had a rough day, and we go up to the door and we go, "I told you not to close your door." And we walk away. And then he goes, "This is my house. He can't ignore me like that." Then we go back to the door. "Open the door!" Then we go away from the door. "I'll find a way in from outside," we says. So we do exactly that. We leave the house, we go around to the back, and what do we find? We find a broken window with footprints leading out of it away into the bushes. Along with this, we see a 3-toed footprint by the bushes, seemingly luring this kid out of their room. Presumably, this child broke his own window to escape, since the footprints leave the window and the other footprints don't go up to the window. So this kid sees something outside of his window and leaves with it. We start going after them, and the person we play as says, "Ran off to that place again. He will be sorry when he gets back." What did he mean by that? So again, going by the idea that this is Afton that we play as first, before going into the theory that I agree with, let's go from the start, like I said. So when this would be in Afton's timeline, I don't know, because a lot of people say that this is pre-Charlie, or this is right when Charlie dies, the puppet, blah, blah, blah. And I don't see how that would be, because if this is after the puppet, then the missing children's incident has not happened yet, right? So Afton coming home, probably way later, drunk, gets turned away from a bar, goes home. Mike, for some reason, cares about CC/Dave, whatever you want to call him. I'm going to call him Dave. Mike seemingly caring about Dave. William going up to the room of Dave, who has run away. Didn't this kid, hate animatronics? Why would he go there? He goes around back, sees the window smashed, sees something luring him out as well. Now, again, this is something that doesn't make sense with this time period, since animatronics, for one, would not be possessed yet. For two, if this was Springtrap/Afton/Spring Bonnie, whatever, why would he kidnap his own kid? And then be completely clueless when he got home, saying, "Oh, he'll be sorry when he gets back. He ran out to the place again, blah, blah, blah." That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So it can't be Afton kidnapping his own kid. It can't be an animatronic, because the animatronics are not possessed. There's no dead kids yet, other than Charlie. So also with this, there's no Elizabeth, no mention of Elizabeth, no appearance of Elizabeth. Elizabeth is not within this household, and neither is Miss Afton or anything. I also don't think that Afton would have any reason to be completely drunk like this before Dave's death. And if it was after Dave's death, then sure, that'd be good. That'd be a great reason. Not that I'm saying that's good. Don't take my words out of context. What I'm saying is there's no prior evidence we have for Afton being, go, drunk. But that's very heavily shown here. So with all that information, I don't think we play as Afton. I don't think there's any possible way that this is Afton that we play as, despite what 5 Laps at Freddy's seemingly is telling us. That being said, people who are taking this 5 Laps at Freddy's thing from the files out of context and just completely as factual information, use the facts that we have, not the things that we're told. And the facts that we have shows that this can't be Afton. My theory, I've seen this said before in a few places, and this is that this is the person that was convicted, that Afton wasn't the one who went to jail, that it was somebody else that got the blame put on him, that was framed, that was set up, that the police thought to be the actual person. I'm gonna steal something from John FNaF. Need more proof? Well, I got you. So, the person we play as in Midnight Motorist. We're getting home late at night. The minigame is secretly called Later That Night. When do I think this takes place? First of all, I believe this to take place around the missing children's incident. This would set the timeline to be around the time where William Afton would be luring different kids into the back room to go missing. Maybe he did a bit more research into these kids than we initially thought. So this guy, Mustard Man, is driving home in the rain. He seems pretty heavily under the influence, speeding and aggressive. He's driving home. He stops by the bar. This bar turns him away because this guy's not a great guy. He is drunk off his mind, and they've turned him away before. He gets home, and it's very clear this guy is abusive and angry towards his child/children, whoever this great person is. It's still unclear. I don't think it's actually somebody that we, as a player, should know. This man goes to his children's door and is very angry at this child, saying not to close the door, saying not to, this is my house, you can't talk to me like that. Seeing the footprints, this child is very clearly not afraid of animatronics, since he kind of blindly followed one, whether it be in animatronic or Spring Bonnie. But yeah, even speaking about, and even going on to speak about where this kid has gone, he knows very specifically where he's gone, because he enjoys this place, I'm sure. He's run off to that place again, that place being Freddy's. So why would William Afton call his own establishment, his own place, that place? Like he has some kind of reason not to let his kids go, or for some reason not like this place, because that's what it really sounds like when you say, oh, he's run off to that place again. So with this, it's pretty likely that the restaurant is nearby. And taking some context clues from what the dialogue says, I feel like this person, this kid, or this teen even, might be way older than we're all thinking. Because I don't think this is just some CC/Dave age kid. I think this might be a teen, or maybe older, because the way they talk about this person it's telling, because whoever this gray shirt guy in the chair watching TV is, or girl, whichever, is talking about them like they're older, like they have more thought behind them than a child would. They had a rough day. Leave them alone. Like, chill out, man. You don't need to go hard on them. They're already doing pretty rough. So, leave them be. They're spoke about like a respected person, like a teen, not like a kid, like,
go cheer him up, or, little guy's a little sad, it's like...
he's had a rough day today. Like, that's how you speak about other, like, older people. I'm rambling. I hope you don't mind this video being a little extra caked up, but yeah. So continuing on with the thought that this is the guy that got convicted. Why do I think that? Why don't I think that this is just like some random angry dad that's kid went missing? Well, from all the things we've heard so far, this guy knows about Freddy's. His kid goes to Freddy's a lot. This guy gets drunk and abusive a lot, and he gets angry at his kids a lot. And obviously, he has a purple car. Not only that, but the phrase later that night could even imply that this is later that night of the MCI, like I had said. So taking all this into account, this guy is out. Nobody's with him. He doesn't have an alibi. He is driving home drunk later the night of the MCI occurring. He gets home. His kid is not there. He has been missing, gone to Freddy's. And obviously he's very upset. He doesn't go looking for him. And if he's this drunk, the chances are he might not even remember the night before. He might not have an alibi. And even if he does remember, who's going to believe him? He wasn't able to go to the bar at the time, so he didn't have an alibi there. He just went home. We don't know where he was before. We don't know what he did after. Even the color of this man's sprite, this orangish yellow, the same color of a Spring Bonnie suit, which is presumed to be what the killer used. And all we hear about this person in the newspapers from FNaF 1 is that the cameras showed a man in this yellow suit luring these children to the back. So, given what the police know, that this is a man who frequents Freddy's in a purple car, wearing a yellow suit, and driving off later, this person's kid went missing, and he's abusive and aggressive and toxic. His wife slash other child does not know where he's been, drunk off his rear end. Chances are police saw all this, added it up, and said, there's our guy. But then 5 Laps at Freddy's came out and basically was like, oh, you see this purple car? That's a killer ride. Like, that's great for, like, escaping crime scenes or whatever. So why do I think this is not true? Why do I think this doesn't just confirm? Why would they put this in this game if this was not Afton? Why would that be a thing? Well, I think this plays into the same reason that I think this Midnight Motorist guy was supposed to make us think it's Afton. We see a guy in a purple car getting home and being angry and abusive at his child who has gone missing. Presumably 2 Freddys. I think this was designed to make us think that this person was William Afton, but in reality is not. It's a cleverly disguised way of showing us that this is the guy who was convicted to be the killer, but wasn't really. They had so much evidence pointed towards them to be this person, but isn't. And we all fell for it. So what I think this 5 Laps at Freddy's car is trying to do is this is Afton's car in this game. From this minigame, however. Not from Midnight Motorist. One of the details between Midnight Motorist and the actual Afton car is that they both have purple cars. That's one of the main things. It's like, if it's a purple car, of course it's Afton. I think it's just another purple car. And that this one actually is Afton's car. And this one is actually the person convicted to be the killer. So I think it's just another red herring to throw in our face, just as some people were getting close. I don't know if any of this made sense. Thanks for watching. Saw that my last video was doing really good, so I wanted to put out another really quick, and I've been thinking about this the past few days, and I really wanted to put this out and share my own theory on this, because it's genuinely, in my opinion, what feels right. From a game designed to give us the answers of the past 5 games in the series, and this has been a huge mystery for me. This is something that I go back and think about constantly, like, well, it doesn't make sense for the purple man to be in jail. It never makes sense in any of the timelines that have come out. And this just clears it up for me, that somebody else was initially put in jail for this man's doing. Yeah, I know this is a very different style of FNAF theory video for my channel, which this very personable kind of look. But I didn't feel like editing another PNG tuber for this one. And I wanted to put this one out pretty fast. So, yeah, it's pretty bare bones. But if you like that, like the video and subscribe for more. And tell me what you like better. Do you like this better, or do you like the PNG tuber from the last video better? Because I like doing both. Both are really fun to make, editing-wise. And yeah, let me know. Oh yeah, and what do you think about the microphone not even being plugged in? That's pretty great, right? I like that. It's actually right here that I'm talking into. Can you hear me? Can you hear that? Yeah, like and subscribe if you want more. Let me know what you want. Thoughts on my theory. Oh yeah, real quick. P.S. The FNAF movie, the second one, is starting soon. So if you want to see a video of me covering maybe predictions, or if you want news videos even, I would be cool making those. So if you want that, let me know. I would be cool doing some stuff like that, because if you didn't know, I'm a moderator in the Discord server for FNAF movie updates. So yeah, I'd be getting the news. So if you want to see more content like that, then let me know. Bye for real now.